This is actually the understatement of the fucking century because I don't think you guys understand how carefree I was pre this administration. Like, I was a full-blown atheist. I made fucking hood rat content. I spent my days in the studio making diss tracks on my exes and picking up new hoes on my fucking live. Like, pre-Trump life was fucking lit. I was twerking outside at headlights. I was eating crab legs. I was drinking Hennessy. I had a fucking roster. Life was good, to say the fucking least. Now people will be like, why are you so political? Bitch, do you have eyeballs? I went to school for political science and economics. I was never this vested into politics because this shit is fucking dark. They're literally on the news like record-breaking amounts of people are converting over to Catholicism and we can't figure out why. You can't? You can't figure out why? We don't even have the Antichrist in our backyard. He's in our kitchen drinking our coffee, talking about fuck you finna do. And I swear to God, I want to be a hoe again. I do. But we have an AI surveillance state looming, war, genocide, ICE concentration camps, evil zyotes, Epstein Island, a full-blown economic crash, poisonous fucking food, shit for fucking healthcare. Social services have been completely fucking eliminated. Is there a tornado coming? I don't know. A deep freeze, a wildfire? Who fucking knows anymore? The poor are starving. The elderly are going homeless. The sick are dying because they don't have adequate fucking healthcare. Motherfuckers are resigning from the military. They are taking resignation or dismissal over fucking war crimes, okay? Our veterans are treated like social pariahs. Our active servicemen are making videos talking about, I don't want to die for insert foreign country we can't fucking name, because if we do, they're going to block us, demonetize us, mute us, ban our fucking accounts, or potentially send the FBI outside of your fucking house for questioning. We're in a constitutional crisis, an economic crisis, a human rights fucking crisis, a due process crisis. Every time I turn around, but wait, there's more fucking crisis. And honestly, that's just me getting started. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fucking fact that we have actually ran out of conspiracy theories. Every conspiracy theory we had has been proven to be true. But it used to be if you publicly talked about these conspiracies, they would ban you for misinformation. And now they're like, we don't fucking care. And my brain can't wrap around that. My brain can't wrap around that. Like, why all of a sudden is it okay for me to talk about all of these different things so long as I don't mention that fucking country? I could talk about everything evil that they're doing, but I can't talk about that specific. I can't talk about who's fucking doing it. Are you trying to lure us out so that when your AI surveillance state goes into full effect, your fully autonomous robots can just murk us? Unbiased, like or is it just like full mask off? You don't give a fuck. You don't fucking care anymore. You're like, I don't care if you guys know what we're fucking doing. Are they in fuck it mode? Are they rage baiting us into a fucking revolution so they can turn the national, like, what is the fucking agenda? Because you know there's one. You know there's one. Nobody even supports this shit anymore except a bunch of fucking idiots and pick-me's, and nobody fucking cares about them. They're societal rejects. But it's like, I used to spend my days like plotting my outfit for the weekend, deciding what restaurant we're gonna go to. I had to choose between going out with my city girl friends or buying a fucking generator. I bought the fucking generator. I'm doomsday prepping. It used to be like thigh-high boots on my wish list. Now it's solar-powered long-range walkie-talkies when the fucking grid collapses. I'm looking at partner planters. I'm buying fucking survival books instead of eyelashes. I can't fucking take this because the world is literally being terrorized by the senile embodiment of the fucking Antichrist. This man shits his diapers and just thinks of new and creative ways to terrorize people. He spent his entire life being a billionaire fucking trust fund fuckboy. I know he has friends with stupid names like Myth and Buffy. Go get Tanner to bomb the next country. We'll let Chad handle this. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And then you have like these die-hard fucking dumpers who are like, he's doing a great job at what? Genocide? What, would Kamala have been better? A fucking day-old lemon pepper wing from Wingstop could have done a better job. You don't even need a fucking pulse to do a better job. Literally nobody could have fucking done worse. Oh, it's both sides. Are you fucking kidding me? We used to measure time by like before Christ, after Christ. Now it's going to be before Antichrist, after Antichrist, because the lingering effects that the world is going to do, it's going to be decades, potentially centuries, as in fucking plural. So yeah, I really miss life pre this administration because this shit, I'm going to need some alcohol with my coffee, G.
I really miss life before Donald Trump, you know what I mean? The nostalgia I feel for life before him is unreal. Do you know what I mean?
So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm here to tell y'all right now, America will be suffering the consequences of a second Donald Trump presidency for years, if not decades to come, long after that man is gone. Even if we pack that man up politically, of course, I don't mean literally, our relationship with the world will be forever changed because we have now shown them not once, but twice that we cannot be trusted. With the bullshit coming out the White House right now, we have put every single one of our allies in a position where they have to reevaluate their relationship with the United States because we have made ourselves so toxic and so radioactive that standing next to us and supporting us on anything would be to their own detriment. Take the war in Iran, for example. We really started a war with Iran with no plan, no goals, no exit strategy at the behest of them blue and white people. And now the entire world is paying the price. Oil prices are going up everywhere. And if this thing goes on long enough, trust me when I say there's going to be shortages across the globe. And now our allies in the Middle East are getting bombed to hell through no fault of their own, simply because they were standing next to us. I know it seems a million years ago now at this point with everything happening, but look at what we tried to do with Greenland. Look at what we did in Venezuela. Look at what we are doing in Cuba right the fuck now. Look at the chaos that was caused by this man's ridiculous tariff policy, starting trade wars left and right with Mexico and Canada and China and all over the place. There will be consequences for this. It might not be apparent now, but I promise you, the rest of the world is already realigning their interests, moving closer to China and other trade partners so that they can divest from us. And the only people that pay the price in that situation is us. And for what? What is the reason? What are we accomplishing? What is the goal? Nothing. This country will be forever changed for the worse as a result of this man. And we're going to look back and ask ourselves, what was the point? What did we gain? Nothing.
If I make it through this second Trump administration without fucking killing myself, and I meet people down the road who had the fortune of not having to live in America during the whole Trump era, and they ask me what the worst part of living in America during Trump's whole rule was, it's going to be, besides the obvious, which is the unfathomable amount of evil shit that Trump and his cronies have pulled in the last 10 years, the worst part for me is how many people have just been apathetic and indifferent towards it all. That's the thing. Like, it would be one thing if everyone in America was either fervently for what Trump is doing or fervently against what Trump is doing. Like, that would honestly be more tolerable at this point because at least everybody is engaged. And that means there is more of a likelihood of rebellion and uprising and revolution. But no, instead, I've had to spend every single day this past decade surrounded by people going la-di-fucking-da and acting like nothing's going on. Acting like the country is not being run by a stupid psychopath with other stupid psychopaths underneath him. Like, what is that like? To just go around life not caring. Like, I can't do that because I have autism-induced hyper-empathy that will not let me ignore all the bullshit and all the horrific stuff that people are going through, even if it's at the expense of my mental health and sanity and my hairline. But instead, there are people who just walk around and then they'll get mad at me and have a resentful tone when I bring up the fact that, hey, you know this country is really fucked up right now. Like, this has been going on, like I said, for 10 years, and it is worse than it has ever been before. And yet, if at this point you still don't care, I don't know what I can do to make you care. And frankly, that is sad and pathetic. I'm done mincing words. I'm not going to do that anymore. It is sad and pathetic to not care about what's happening.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't recognize this country anymore. I'm 44 years old, and we're living in a country today where human beings aren't getting due process anymore. Judges are being attacked left and right from the president of the United States. People are getting laid off for no reason. Veterans are getting laid off, and we have tech billionaires. And, you know, look at Trump's administration. $60 billion his administration is worth. And by the way, that doesn't even include Elon Musk. The biggest tax breaks for the top 1%. They're threatening to get rid of our Medicare, get rid of Social Security. What type of country are we living in where undocumented immigrants, some who have lived here for decades and pay taxes, are getting deported from religious sanctuaries and schools? The Bibles are going to be in every classroom, the 10 Commandments. What is going on in this country? This country was founded on immigrants. Have we lost our compassion for human beings? What the fuck is going on here?
So a lot of people have this hope that we can just win the midterms and beat Trump in 2028 and we can all get back to normal. But what I hear the Lord saying is there's no going back to normal for America because there was nothing normal about pre-Trump America. We have built an economy that's propped up by prisons and by war. We refuse to legislate justice for the Black community. We refuse to protect our low-wage workers from the corporations who pay them less than a living wage. And then we say it's wasteful spending to help them with food or with housing or with health care. But at the same time, we are more than happy to give billions of dollars to defense contractors to blow up foreign nations. We force people to start a GoFundMe when they get sick. We have left our immigrant community completely vulnerable because we have refused to make a legal pathway to citizenship for them. We refuse to protect our children with common sense gun laws. So don't talk to me about going back to normal. What we need is a completely new normal that's centered on justice, because there was nothing normal about pre